Here we are. Welcome to Sports on WAA. It's your boy Rick. I'm here with one of the crew. We got Money Matt back in the building. Money Matt, what's good, man? I know you're a little frozen there.
Yo.
You look like you on
What's
the
going
move,
on?
man. That man is always on the move for some money.
Look like the series just got a little bit more interesting.
Yes, it did. Yes, it did, brother. Yes, it did. A
Still
little
very
choppy there.
predictable. Still very predictable. But
Now I was saying your video is a little choppy. I don't know if you paid your Cricket Mobile. I'm saying. But we gonna keep it going. Yeah. We are here to react and give our breakdown and build. We were watching and analyzing game 4 of the NBA Finals 2021 with the Phoenix Suns versus the Milwaukee Bucks. Come on, brother. You know this went exactly how we said it would. We called it in the last one. Milwaukee was victorious, winning 109 to 103. I mean, in that fourth quarter, it didn't even look like these were the same team. I mean, the Bucks brought the defense. Phoenix looked like only one player showed up. The rest of them must have had their bags packed, ready to go to Phoenix, where the weather might be a little bit more crisp. Um, yeah, man. I want to get into this game. I want to get into obviously some of the players who shined. We had two 40-pointers. For Milwaukee, this is the third straight game with someone scoring 40 points. Only this time it happened to be Khris Middleton. He hung 40 on the Phoenix Suns, while Giannis played more of the contributor in this game, which is all you can ask for from your other all-star selection player on your team is to win you at least one game. I think Giannis could take care of the rest from here. As I stated before, I had it predicted that we would win in that. Excuse me, that the Bucks would win this game and win this series in 6. And yeah, here we are. You want to chime in with anything, brother?
um, although this game was exciting, as far as the series go, I think we both called it. As far as
Yep.
the predictability, as far as how games would go,
Yep.
with the first two going to Phoenix, and then we got the next two going to Milwaukee. I was
Yep.
I wasn't so surprised. I was surprised that this game was that close, but it seems like it came down to the whistle. With Phoenix having
Mm.
as many fouls as they had. So I do see a bit of what I
Yes, we
call
did.
fixing of the games to make this series stretch. But I you got to take your hats off to those dudes in Milwaukee. Fear the deer, not playing. They came to make a
Yeah.
series out of this.
Yeah. Speaking of fouls, that can go either way. Phoenix committed 24 fouls in this game, where if you watched it, it looked like Phoenix committed more along the lines of 30 fouls, with Booker honestly gotten away with. I know he got away with one obvious one that was clearly seen on the screen for everyone to see. He should have fouled out of this game. He put up 42 even though he was in foul trouble. But yeah, he should have been fouled out of this game. And yeah, I definitely want to touch on that. I'm actually gonna talk about that as the first question, man. Devin Booker and the refs. What did we see there? We saw him just kind of just get the whistle called throughout the whole game, which kind of it didn't take him out of his rhythm, which was surprising. But then he should have fouled out of this game. What do you think?
The only criticism I have the only thing I have to say on this matter is, we're not a big channel, but for some reason, I think, this got to my last comments and all that. I don't want to blow my head up too much, but my comments on Booker must have got to him because he absolutely went off and kept his team in it. He
He
looked
did.
real Mamba like.
He
Um,
did. He did. He made me. He made
the
me eat my
whistle,
words.
the
Of course.
whistle not going his way.
Yeah.
The whistle may not went absolutely right. Um, but I guess it's like, yo, man, when he didn't get that foul, which he should have fouled out. But I feel like Phoenix really needed him because without him on the floor, I don't think this game would have even been close, given the other contributions of the rest of the team and the foul trouble that Chris Paul found himself in, let alone turnovers, which is not common for him. Um,
Not at all.
Booker had
He had
a good
about
game,
what,
a
5
good,
turnovers that game?
amazing, solid game.
Yeah. Booker was the only one on that
That
team who seemed to have. I mean,
Booker
Ayton
was the
had
only
17
one.
rebounds, but he's the only one that went off.
I mean, man,
Wait now. Our favorite player, Jay Crowder, he had 15 points. He was a contributor. Jay
that's
Crowder
it.
was the contributor.
Jay
He
Crowder
had
came.
15 points, 8 rebounds, 3 assists, 3 steals, 3 blocks from my man Jay Crowder. He was the contributor, uh, showing up unlike his counterpart, PJ Tucker, who put up a donut. He had no points in that game, but that's not what you got PJ Tucker there for. He actually only took 1 shot, so we can't really, balk at PJ Tucker in this game. Jay Crowder was the contributor. Chris Paul, old man Ackerman is calling on Chris Paul's door. Get his AARP card ready. Chris Paul, a measly 10 points, and he really just scored that extra 2 points at the last minute of the game. So he really had 8 points up until like the last 30 seconds of the game. Chris Paul did not have a good game. Chris Paul did not look like the shining star that we've seen out of Chris Paul. So let me ask you a question about him, man. So Chris Paul has never played this far into the playoffs, or this far into the playoffs, let alone into the finals. Is there a chance that Chris Paul's actually gassed, you know, given the consideration of his age?
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely, Chris Paul is gassed. I don't necessarily know if it's from lack of going this deep in the playoffs. I mean, could be right because he's never been this deep. Um, I think it's just father time catching up with Chris Paul, and he's not able to pull it out.
Right.
Um, I think he gave it all he had in those first 2 games, and I think he needed a little bit of a break. I'm
Right.
hoping at least that's what it is because I have them as the favorites to win. But yeah, I think he just needed a night off, and the playoffs, especially the finals, is not a place to take a night off. You know,
Right. Can't take no nights off in the NBA finals. I'm sorry. It doesn't look
I
good
gotta
at
hold
all.
him to the fire. Yeah, I gotta hold him to the fire like I held Devin Booker. This is not the place
Right.
to be taking nights off. You right here at the chip. This is the furthest you've been. You gotta keep that hunger. You gotta put that
Yeah.
that tiger
Exactly.
bomb and that icy hot, and drag your team across the finish line.
Exactly. So we've seen Phoenix option 1 and option 2 both go cold in 2 separate games, and they can't afford to do that. Now you have a tied series, like we said it would be right here on Sports on WAA. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all that jazz. We need your support. But ultimately, we've seen this. This is not looking good. The momentum is all the way on the Bucks. Again, I got the Bucks winning in 6. I wouldn't be surprised if it goes 7. Still with the Bucks being victorious. You seen in my last video. I hope you guys check that out where I said Chris Paul's career chances are is going to end just like Charles Barkley. Made it to the finals once, didn't get over the hump, unfortunately, with his Phoenix team. So he's going to be pulling up a chair right there on the inside of TNT, being an analyst just like you and I. Chris Paul will be watching and analyzing without a championship ring, brother. That's the way it's going for him. That's the way I see it. I'm sorry. Chris Paul, we like you. It doesn't take it away from his legendary performance, his legendary game that he played. But Chris Paul is going to be in that cluster of awesome players like Allen Iverson who never won a ring. And it's unfortunate to see. Now, I will build on that. I said this before. I will build on that on another video. I do have an idea of what Chris Paul could do. But let me jump into another question on him. Should the Phoenix Suns, Money Matt, you the money man, so you the perfect person to ask this question. Should the
Mm-hmm.
Phoenix Suns sign Chris Paul to a lucrative contract after the performance we just seen from him?
Um,
He's getting up there. It's showing. Not getting up there. He's up there.
he is getting up there. He's getting up there, but he's gotten them there, right?
There's reports that he wants a
Without
4-year
Chris Paul, I
contract.
don't see this team going this deep. Without Chris Paul,
He
I
wants
don't
a
see them going this
4-year
deep.
contract, bro.
But
4-year. I don't even think he's worth 3. He's 36 years old.
But they come. This is the catch-22 with this team. Chris Paul is the reason that you're in the playoffs this deep. That, along with significant injuries happening through the league because of the short season, so it makes it a little bit difficult because now you gotta think about it like this. Those teams not gonna be the same next year. The Lakers, I don't see the Lakers going out in the first round next year.
Exactly.
And if they run up against the same Phoenix team, there's a good chance that LeBron's gonna have a new point guard in town. He's gonna have a better supporting cast. I don't see them doing this feat again. So to sign them to another 4-year deal, to sign Paul to a 4-year deal when you could get other point guards that I want to market. I don't know.
I'm sorry, bro.
If I was Phoenix, I would pursue a Kyle Lowry because he's pretty much Chris Paul with younger, with more miles on him to go. But I have faith that Chris Paul may be resting and have something up his sleeve, and Phoenix can pull the series out. If that happens, I think if they win, they move away from Chris Paul. If they lose, they move away from Chris Paul. Yeah, because I don't see much value in bringing an aged point guard like that back when you have other point guards out in the market, and also you already know that these teams and these injuries happened this season and they worked out the way they worked out. I just don't see them repeating this next season.
Right.
Either way, win or lose, Chris Paul needs to find himself on the Lakers next season. Because he needs an easy road to the chip if he loses. If Phoenix happens to pull this out, I don't know how many rings Chris Paul wins if he's just satisfied with the one, but he needs to he would do better off like go ride it out into the sunset with another younger team teaching their point guard and helping another point guard ascend. But if he loses, his best bet is to go find himself in that yellow and gold. I mean that purple and gold, excuse me.
Hey man, I 100% agree with you. You actually kind of took the cat out the bag. That's the only way I see Chris Paul getting a ring. If he decides to go next year to the Los Angeles Lakers, signs, I would think they can muster up a 3-year deal for him, play alongside LeBron, play alongside Anthony Davis, be another option for those two guys. That is the way that I see. I guess I don't have to make that video because you done took the cat out the bag.
I don't mean to interrupt, but you can't forget the sleeping giant is that next year we could possibly see the banana boat guys on the same team.
Come on, man.
Carmelo is also out there.
Carmelo is a free agent, and Chris Paul is looking for a contract next year. Might as well put the squad. As LeBron said in his NBA Finals when he won in Cleveland, it's about damn time. Put the banana boat together. Maybe even call Dwayne Wade back out of retirement. Put the team together and put that Los Angeles team on the floor and see what you can do. I think that's your best bet. Now, all those guys are injury prone. Even we've seen LeBron catch some injuries over the last couple of seasons. But nevertheless, you would have so much talent that you may even scare or overwhelm the rest of the league. But we won't. Let's stick on Game 4 for a little bit. Let me ask you another question. Let me get into something else. Now the Bucks, excuse me, brother. If you ask me, the Bucks were invited to a paint and sip for the last 3 games against the Phoenix Suns. They was just painting and sipping in the lane. They just had a complete dominance over the rebounds, a complete dominance over the putbacks. They lived in the paint in this game. What is Phoenix's answer towards the Bucks in the paint?
I have no clue at this point. DeAndre
Can it be stopped?
DeAndre, I don't
He
really,
grabbed 17 rebounds.
I don't know what they can. I mean, you got to think about who they have. I think that the Bucks have a better paint presence than Phoenix.
Right.
There's a lot of the young guys on there. They don't know how to box out. They don't know. They don't know how to insert their own dominance in the paint. So you got to also factor in this is a significantly younger team.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
it's just hard to say where they will be um, successful in the paint because that's a tough task to ask younger players to hold down the paint when they to be honest they don't have the experience. Two, a lot of these guys were just never trained to be paint players, and the one thing that you're asking them to do is run up and down the floor, which is very taxing. You know, they have the energy on their side, but when Milwaukee decides to bog you down with that half court game and pound the paint, that's a difficult task to ask people who are not physical and also not experienced in the physical play to do. So I don't know if they solve that problem. That could be the determining
Oh, we got
factor.
okay. No, you was going in and out there, brother, on your last statement.
No, I was just saying on the last statement was it could be the determining factor of the series is that these guys don't have the pedigree of playing in the paint,
Yeah, I agree with that, man. I
or
100%
they have
agree.
the
I've been saying
experience
that.
or the strength.
The Bucks look like the more experienced team on the floor. The turnovers alone, the turnover, even Chris Paul turned the ball over what 5 times last night. The turnovers and fouls. This game literally came down. They won by what 6 points, and I believe that the Bucks took what 24 out of 29 free throws, while Phoenix only made 15 free throws, 15 I think out of 23. That's not gonna cut it, bro. You're not gonna win an NBA series fouling the other team that much, and then not even coming through on your side of the line. And then on top of that, they can't neutralize them in the paint because Phoenix, dare I say, can't shoot. They're not a shooting team. Phoenix is a scoring team who relied on good
Right, it's not the
systematic defense. Good systematic defense. But they're not a shooting team. Booker didn't really hit threes. Chris Paul didn't hit any threes. Only Jay Crowder again. Jay Crowder went what 6 for 7 from three, man. So I don't know if you're frozen there. Oh, okay, you still there? Okay, brother Matt is not there. So yeah, as I was saying, guys, Jay Crowder's the only one on this team who seems to knock down his 3-point shots. You're not gonna win, especially not an NBA Finals, especially not against an actual elite team. You're not gonna win many games against them. I mean, you got the first two. I figured they had the momentum. Again, we mentioned Chris Paul being an older, maybe age gassed player. So what we saw from Chris Paul in game one, remember he had 10 days worth of rest. And in that 10 days worth of rest, Chris Paul was able to give us a great performance in game one. But we've seen his points drop from game one to game four, to where now he's only dropping 10 points a game from a star in the finals? No, it's not going to cut it. Again, pull up that seat right next to what's his name? Yeah, Charles Barkley, Kenny the Jet Smith, the Big Diesel Shaq, and yeah, Ernie Johnson, because that's where you're gonna be. You're probably gonna be on the second wave of the TNT crew with Dwayne Wade. So let's see if we can get my brother Bex back in here. Hold on, give me 1 second, guys. Uh, get back in here. Okay.
Sorry, Sports on Rock family. You know,
All
I'm
good,
using
man.
I'm
All
using
good. Yeah,
I'm
we
using
building there
my
how we fly.
my Metro PCS internet.
Yeah, man. I told you, man. Stop getting that Spectrum Mobile, man.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Switch to Verizon,
but
man.
to springboard off of what you were saying,
it's very difficult. What you're seeing is that Phoenix really, you're absolutely right. They're not a shooting team. They're a streaky. And when you're playing like that, not being able to hold down the paint defensively is not a recipe for success.
Right.
You know, that's an uphill battle. That's what you see with the Knicks oftentimes. Even though defensively they were good this season, when they got in trouble and they weren't able to stop the pick and roll with Trae Young, it spelled trouble. You know, you can't have a vulnerable paint and be a streaky team as far as your scoring, because that leads to
And still there, brother?
deficits and deficits of
Oh, we got you
Phoenix
breaking
cannot
up, son.
hold in the paint area.
Yeah, you still there, bro? Yeah, it was breaking up while you was
I'm still
talking
here.
again. All right, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I want to talk about the Bucks' defense. We saw Giannis with an amazing block. Not only did what happened?
I'm gonna be going in and out, but
Yeah, you was going in and out there, player. I don't know if you can hear me.
yeah, sorry
But
about
anyway.
that.
No, it's all good, man. Shit. It is what it is, man. Sports on WAA. Shit. Just say sports on WAA.
You know, we got these dead spots. We got these dead spots here on the Bell Parkway, so you know.
Sports on WAA. You know New York too cheap to put them cell towers up. So, but it may also be clear to our viewers that
Exactly.
you have not switched to 5G yet. You need to get up off that 2G, brother. Word. But yeah, the defense that the Bucks showed in this game, I mean, they just got at it. They just got at them. They really locked down. We saw Giannis with an amazing block on Ayton. I'm saying he didn't just block his shot. He blocked his whole confidence for the remainder of this series. I think his confidence will be shot after that block that Giannis had on him. And yeah, man, I'm just sorry. Does Phoenix actually get another game? Do they win another game? Do they? I mean, still there, bro? I'll give you my answer. I don't think Phoenix wins another game, man. It is over. I think 2 games. 2 games. I think we're going to see another blowout in game 5 and then another close one in game 6. Going to the Bucks. It's blood in the water now, man. They got their lunch money out. The Bucks are running their pockets, so to speak. And yeah, because Phoenix is just not looking good. So yeah.
Their shots.
Go ahead.
It's only so long that Phoenix shots are not gonna fall. Eventually, those shots will fall. And I think they have enough to get up and down the floor and take Milwaukee out of their rhythm. Because we've also
yeah, you breaking up bad there, man. You going in and out, trying to understand what you're getting at. From the way it sounds like you're talking about Phoenix will pick up their offensive performance. Their shots will start landing, especially I guess with some home court advantage. They'll start landing some of those shots, and I could agree with that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, like I said, like I was saying, I could agree with some of their shots actually falling, but that's gonna be the close game that they still gonna lose because I don't know if they got the defensive capability with this young team to stop what Milwaukee is doing at this point. I do believe the better coach is on the Phoenix side, but the better talent is on the Buck side, and this talent is gonna outweigh them. They're just too talented, man. They're just too talented. I think it's actually working out greatly that Brook Lopez pulls Ayton away from the paint because you got to respect Brook Lopez's shot. It's a matchup. It's just a matchup that the Phoenix Suns didn't want, and we're seeing that right now because they don't have any answer for two of those players on the other side. They don't have an answer for them. They don't, and yes, I'm saying Middleton is one of them. They don't have an answer for Middleton. If Middleton continues, if he can go off like that for one more game, one out of the next three, it's over, bro. It's over. It's over.
I I partly agree with you. I think right now the biggest problem that Phoenix is facing is that they're getting bogged down and playing. I think it's because they're not having success as far as their shots falling, that they're
Mm-hmm.
playing into Milwaukee's hand. And Milwaukee is more comfortable playing that half court bogged down type of game. And that's
Yeah.
the type of game that they can't afford because they don't have the bigs. They don't have the bigs to besides Aiden, they don't have the bigs to sustain that. And not having bigs going against a East Coast team with bigs that actually dominate the paint, it's not a good place to be. But like you said with matchups, so Phoenix can afford to play into Milwaukee's hand. But we've seen that when all cylinders are firing and Phoenix is moving that ball and getting these people uncomfortable and not able to get to their spots and stuff like that, they are dangerous. So if Phoenix can get back to that, I see them pulling the rest of this series out. It will be tight. It will be close. And their shots just have to fall. They're missing shots. But we've also seen Milwaukee not hit shots. And we see Milwaukee not hit shots and be dragged back and forth between the up and down the court with the speed that Phoenix has. You know, speed kills. And I do believe that it's going to be a contributing factor if they can find their rhythm again and go 90 miles per hour on these guys. It will be a shift. You know, right now it's a chess match. Do you play and get bogged down into to a half court set? Phoenix is gonna lose because they can't sustain that.
It's definitely a chess match, bro. And right now, it looks like the Giannis is the queen on the board, man, the most powerful piece, and the most powerful piece belongs on the other side. How do you win when you don't have a queen? Some nights Booker looks like the queen on the board as well, which he showed last night, but clearly he doesn't have enough of a supporting cast that contribute when he goes off. Um, we like to think Chris Paul can do that consistently, but I think the jury's out, man. The jury's out on this team. I'm sorry, it is over. This boring finals is over, bro. The boring finals is coming to an end exactly how we predicted it here on Sports on WA.
Man,
Get ready to talk about some football because the finals is over.
wow.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going there today. Yeah.
All right. I mean, I hear your point. I hear your point. Believe me.
Yeah, man. So yeah, that's where we at. It's breaking up on your end, so I'm just gonna fill in, bro. Yeah, this finals done, man. This finals is done. Forgot. Yo. Yeah, people, make sure you get off that 2G, get off 3G. Make sure you upgrade to at least 4G. You know, and I think my man Money Matt, he's the money man, but he needs to get himself some 5G over there. Stop messing with T-Mobile because they seem to be killing his service right now as he's on the move. You know, he's moving to the money, but his service is getting killed. So yeah, that's pretty much our take on Game 4. We know how this series ends. We already told you guys how it's gonna go. It is what it is. You still there, bro? Still there? If you're still there, maybe I can go with an out of bounds question. He's breaking up bad. So yeah, let me go ahead and go out of bounds with you guys. Yeah, like I said, get ready to talk NFL. We love NFL over here. I happen to be the resident Giants fan on Sports on WAA. I am excited to see what the Giants do. We should be getting Saquon Barkley back. I want to know, who do we have on paper right now to be that NFL team that goes to the Super Bowl? Does Tampa Bay make it back, or to win the Super Bowl? Does Tampa Bay make it back? Do we have Cowboy fans out there? Who makes it? Is Aaron Rodgers in Green Bay? We're hearing a lot about them. We'll talk about them. That team that goes. That's what I want to know. I'm never gonna root against the Giants. Every year I say the Giants are gonna make it to the Super Bowl and win the whole thing. Prove me wrong. The Giants is going, in my opinion. See, can we get Money Matt back in there? We'll give him a little bit. Give him a little second to see. So yeah, NFL season will be upon us shortly. I believe the season starts the first week of September. So we're gonna start gearing up for that. These guys should be going back to camp either now or pretty soon. We do have the Olympics going on. Nobody cares about that. We did see Conor McGregor lose. Nobody cares about him. He's about to make himself a great WWE fighter or wrestler, whatever you want to call him. He needs to move on to his second career. Give up the MMA at this point. I don't think he's an Anderson Silva kind of guy who had a long career and still seems somewhat formidable. But even he started getting his ass beat too. So yeah, that's what's going on in the sports world for the most part. Money Matt, you want to add something? Can we get back from you?
Yeah. What was that last point that you were talking about? I heard Adam Silver.
No, I meant to say Anderson Silva. I was talking about MMA a little bit. I was talking about how Conor McGregor hurt his leg. I was going out of bounds. So Conor McGregor hurt his leg.
Oh, you talking about our guy Conor McGregor?
Yeah, Conor, man. He looks good in them suits, but not in the octagon.
Man, all right. So if we're talking about this MMA stuff, if we're talking about this MMA stuff, I mean, I'm not the hugest fan of MMA, but I follow it lightly. MMA is just a hard sport to stay in long term.
Yeah.
To have long term success in.
Yes, it is.
Because of the nature of the sport. And I think Conor McGregor, like I forgot the girl's name. That she's on.
Oh, Ronda Rousey, now. Yeah.
Ronda Rousey.
Yeah, that's why I
feel like
they put his contract together right now too.
I think that's funny. I think in order to get UFC off the ground, I think that they prop these two people up as your All-American. Well, Conor is it?
Yeah, international. He's more international. He's more across the pond, in a sense.
And see as a hero and champion. I think had a lot more likability and markability than actual talent. But Conor McGregor is still a talent.
Yeah. Yeah, Matt. You know what? I don't know if you can hear me, bro. Yeah, man.
I think his better days are behind.
You know who he reminds me of? I don't know if you can hear me, but you know who he reminds me of?
Would like to see him not fight because I don't.
I mean, at this point, hasn't he now become the Manny Pacquiao of MMA? I really wanted to get his take on that because he actually watches this a whole lot more than I do. But yeah, I think Conor McGregor, if he doesn't go to the WWE and he keeps fighting, we're going to start looking at him like Manny Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao is a great fighter. I ain't taking nothing away from that guy. But nobody wants to see Manny Pacquiao still getting his lights turned off. Just like we're seeing with Conor McGregor. Like, bro, you put up too many losses at this point, at this late. You're looking like the Manny Pacquiao of MMA right now. We don't want to see any more Conor McGregor. Maybe we might see him in a celebrity fight down the line because that seems to be growing in popularity. But he's looking like Manny Pacquiao to MMA, bro. What do you think?
He's looking like Tyson at the end days. It's like you don't really want to see that go down.
Oh, but Tyson was getting knocked out.
You want to see your champion. You want to see your champion ride off into the sunset victorious and not looking like he's doing it for the money. Colin right now is taking these L's and more material. He look like he's gonna be doing elbow drops up for somebody's turnbuckle soon.
Some sweet chin music is about to come from him.
It's not pretty. Yeah,
he looked like the type that'll put somebody in the cripple crossface. Dude, he could be the next Chris Benoit.
He could be a submission specialist.
Word, you know?
Oh, nah, man. You know what I mean? It's like, just hang it up, man.
Hang it up, bro.
Stop doing these money grabs.
Hang it up. Speaking of fights, the Tyson Wilder and what's that bum ass dude name? Tyson Wilder. Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury. I'm saying his name. Deontay Wilder, Tyson Fury. Yeah. That fight has been postponed due to COVID. I air quoted it because I'm a little skeptical there. I just don't think that this fight is that big of a draw as people may think it is. I think we kind of figured what we seen in the last fight, that along the lines of what you were saying in our last video, maybe this might be a little fixed too, Money Matt. What you think?
I think it might be fixed. It's just we know that boxing plays on race card.
Yes, it does.
Deontay Wilder was Mr. Black Lives Matter and everything, and he went into the ring and lost that fight to Tyson Fury. And I think there's a small part of his fan base that wants to see the get back. But like you said, I don't think boxing draws that much these days. I don't see this fight being as big as the last time. I'm not interested to see this fight again, really.
Yeah, exactly.
If he wins, he wins. If he loses, he loses. Like I have no feelings about this fight. It's not exciting to see two very skillless boxers in the ring, and one just throwing wild punches and the other one just showboating. Really, he showboated his way through the last fight. He didn't really tactician his way through the fight.
He leaned on him. He put that body weight on Deontay Wilder, and we know Deontay Wilder is built like somebody out of prison, all upper body and no legs. So he just leaned on him, and that was the fight, man.
No legs, and this is why I feel because nobody likes to give credit to the masterful boxing that is Floyd Mayweather.
Oh yeah,
they say all he does is
our man right
and
there.
Hold and block. So because all he does is
hold and block,
I don't think
with
that
the money team.
I don't think that the boxing community wants to see a fight where two heavyweights, one is throwing wild punches that aren't connecting and has no skill, and the other one who's literally just taking the time to lean all over him and hug him up. Nobody wants to see that. So I don't think there's much draw for excitement in this fight, unless I think if there was if Wilder pulled out this match, I think there'd be more anticipation for the next fight, and that's based upon if Wilder comes back with a new skill set. I can see that being exciting. Because now, if we got a Wilder that can control that strength and power and actually knows how to box this time, and he actually comes through and pulls out a W, I can see the third fight actually looking more exciting than the second one. Right now, given the precedents that was set in the last fight, I don't think anybody is really extra excited to see this.
All right, so then let me ask you this: who wins? Is it Wilder or is it Tyson? Who wins?
I don't know. I would hope that Wilder took the criticism and went into the lab and actually learned how to box.
Who you putting your
If
money
that's
on,
the
bro?
case, if that's the case, I would be excited to see, and I would think Wilder could pull it out. But if this fight is the same as the old, I see the same thing happening. I
Man, you
see it
just played both sides. That was a real
going to
diplomatic
Tyson
answer.
Fury.
Who you got? Who you got?
Boxing is literally a matchup. You know,
You must be rolling through Brooklyn, man. You ain't got no cell
based
towers
on
nowhere.
style.
Yeah, you breaking up again. I'm gonna tell you who I got in this fight. I mean, to me, I think Deontay Wilder goes down again. Most of the money is going to be
Hold on.
riding on Wilder. Yeah. So most of the money is going to be bet on Wilder to redeem himself. That is why I would say Tyson Fury makes the win again, and also to set up a bigger money draw fight against Anthony Joshua. So yeah, that's my take on what happens with that boxing match. Unfortunately, it'll probably go in that sequence where Wilder loses again, probably by decision. If not, we may see him get knocked down a couple more times. I mean, Fury's a big boy. Pause. But yeah, and then we see Fury heading up fighting a more skilled fighter in Anthony Joshua, and we see what the outcome of that may be. So yeah, I'm going to close it out here on Sports on Why. Again, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Let's see if we can get Matt back in here to say one more thing to you guys with his Cricket Mobile. Can you hear us, brother? Oh man.
Before I broke up into a
I
million
told you
pieces. That
stop getting them refurbished iPhones from Groupons, man.
yeah, the internet's real choppy right now.
Yeah, you got that refurbished iPhone from Groupon, man.
Here we go.
Yeah, man. It's all good though, player.
And
I do appreciate you showing up. Maybe we can get some more of the crew next time. But I am your guy. I put my name down as Rick Wright because I was correct. I was absolutely right that this would be a series after 5 games. I see it going 6. Wouldn't be surprised to go 7. Money Matt has been on it. He's calling it as well. His heart is with Phoenix, but he knows that the Bucks got the momentum. This is here on Sports on Wild. Like, comment, subscribe, comment, like, support us, help us grow. And I'm out of here, man. Yo, bro, I'll see you on the next one.
Yep.
All right.